This is as exquisite as I'm gonna get for this whole video because, oh my God.
Find the leak.
Wow, a very original idea for a movie. You know what? I've actually never seen anything about a husband and wife spy duo who are set against each other. What a treat. And it looks so visually stunning too. That was sarcasm in case you couldn't tell. Let's talk about this movie for a minute. Loyalty to his marriage or his country. The concept reminds me of Brad Pitt and Marion Cotillard from Allies. I know the synopsis isn't the same, but the husband-wife relationship, it reminds me of that. Very original indeed. Sarcasm again. And betrayal. Once again, kind of feels like Mr. and Mrs. Smith meets The Killer, but dead serious. I can totally dig this. This movie is also filled with catchy phrases and cheesy lines.
My devotion.
It's a bit melodramatic like a Prada advert, but hey, it's Fassbender. It works. That's why I'm styled this way. Also, that shot of the car exploding felt like it was shown about 3 times.
Find the leak.
Maybe that's the money shot. I'm actually gonna do a cinematography breakdown of this once the movie is out. I have some really strong thoughts about the look of this film. It's giving major Grace of Monaco vibes. As he made a bad movie, yes, but probably half his resume is sort of nice, but not particularly memorable films like Logan Lucky or The Laundromat. I feel like Let Them All Talk belongs to that list as well. It looked great, but I still have no idea what the movie's about. It's interesting how he's really been active this year. I mean, another film already after Presence, 2 films released in the new year by the same director. Now, that's a way to kick it off. I'm gonna be mean here, but if you're not a true cinema fan, one might think Steven Soderbergh watched Fincher's The Killer probably too much and decided he could use a similar premise. It's a joke. No. Him and others like him now more than ever than before in this era of Hollywood. My favorite part, let's talk about Michael Fassbender. Rose, the genre kind of seems similar. Well, exactly the same actually, but the character seems very different from either of those. Same genre, but very different character in it. This character is a stone cold, emotionless character, similar to The Killer, is extremely good at what they do. They dress the part, a super emotionally leveled person as a husband and as a killer with darkness deep inside of him. I think Fassbender is dying for that Bond role with all the spy. He would have made for the perfect Bond when Craig took over, but now Fassbender is past the right age for this. He's probably too old already. They'll want someone who can play the role for a while, I think. On the upside, in about a decade, it could play George Smiley. Theo James should be next in line, or honestly, I'd love to see something really different with Bond and cast a very young actor for it so that we can see Bond's up and coming to the character we so know as well. But wait, that's not why we're here. Some might say that it's more likely that he's been typecast, and this is sort of work he gets offered, or maybe he's going the Michael Caine route and just doing his own thing, often with better or at least more interesting results. 12 months. Fincher, Waititi, Marsh, and Soderbergh. Also, is it just me or Fassbender just cannot stop narrating after The Killer? You know.
I don't like liars.
Overall, this promises to be an interesting watch, but don't you just love when trailers show you the entire movie? Because this trailer feels like that. It's way too long, it isn't fast-paced enough, and it gives away too much. The trailer for The Killer is perfect and should be an example on how to do trailers. So basically, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but in a much more serious tone without any comedy and with less budget. I love it. I love it.